Today's episode is brought to you by Despair and Anguish. We will be looking at Liliana, Death Majesty, which is a very potent Planeswalker commander, and it's going to be a Reanimator build, and she does a lot of interesting things that work together really well. So primarily she can make 2/2 zombie and mill 2 cards, so that's going to be important to fill the graveyard. Once something's in your graveyard that you want to get out, you can -3 to return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it's also a zombie, and also -7, which we'll probably never be using, is destroy non-zombie creatures. This can be relevant, but getting there is pretty tough. And also it's the -3 we're just excited about anyway. So we have a few really cool synergies with Liliana. The first one being she makes a creature, and then you can use that creature to sacrifice with something like Blood for Bones to then return a huge creature from your battlefield, from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then returning another one if you wish. Some of the awesome targets: Ulamog, Vilis, really good. Razaketh can tutor for anything you wish. Platinum Angel, you can't lose a game, and Shieldred lets you reanimate even more things from the graveyard. Ancient Brass Dragon reanimates more things. Massacre Worm kills all of your opponent's weenie things, and you can probably win the game if the opponent's using a token strategy. I think my favourite card that goes with this deck, however, is Auric Lawmage. So you play this guy on turn 4. On turn 5, if he survives, you can tap Search Library for any card put in the graveyard. This is super powerful every turn, and then you can put something, I don't know, Ulamog if you really want to. So then on turn 5, you cast Liliana, reanimate an Ulamog, or any other choices you want. So if you can get Auric Lawmage out, things are looking fantastic. It's a black control shell, lots of removal, ramp, ways to interact with your opponents. So yeah, it's a fun deck. Let's get into the gameplay. Don't forget to leave me a like and a sub if you enjoy what you see. And don't forget you can also donate via Ko-fi, which really helps me out in this awful time where the pound is worth nothing. Okay, we converse against Joda. So we're starting off strong here. Joda. You've probably all seen Joda by now. Cascade into Legends, makes your whole team stronger. The artwork makes him out to look like, I don't know, Jesus. But he's as annoying as, I don't know, Satan. So, starting hand's good if we ever get to start playing the game. We've got the Cabal Stronghold, which will ramp up, literally, once you get 4 or more swamps, you'll start getting a surplus there, which is really good. Blood Pact lets you draw more cards as well, which is always good when you're playing a control-y kind of deck, because you run out of cards. And last thing you want to do is run out completely. Okay. Ooh, okay. Argyle's Bloodfast is nice as well. Lets us draw more cards at the cost of life, but it's pretty much worth it. Phyrexian Tower, okay. Things are looking good. I think I'm just going to draw here, because I don't want them to be able to, like, counter it or something silly like that. Great, things are looking good. We're getting to resolve things, I hope. Scrying into answers. I think Swamp is good, it's just not very exciting. Next turn we probably want to go for Liliana. Mill. See what we get. Okay. Will we be able to resolve this? Maybe not. Wash Away. They always have Wash Away. It's pretty ludicrous. Majority of games I face, blue player, Wash Away is often the first spell I see. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the way the game works, apparently. The Hourglass Coven. This is a very good card. I actually want to keep this on top. Super good. Go check out my video where I made this as a commander. And unbelievable. With Panamonican. Okay, so we want to get rid of the Joda, don't we? So let's use Invoke Despair here so we can draw a couple cards as well. Lovely. So we get to refill our hands. So back to 7 cards. Got Razaketh. So it's getting to a point now like where you can hardcast Razaketh. If he gets countered, we can reanimate him next turn with Liliana. Are they just gonna... As if it's like a Joda counter spells deck. That's so... Ugh. Disgusting. Okay, well, we'll try to go for the Coven, I suppose. Resolving a Coven. Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll make them discard. Oh, yeah, let's just make them discard all their cards. Awesome. And we even have 2 mana up in their turn if any of our creatures exist, and we can use that mana to kill their Joda. We could even... See, not that bothered around. I could kill Rav at the end of their turn, actually. That would force a bit of interaction. But they choose to do it main phase. Why do they do that main phase when they have flash? Unless I want to play something here at sorcery speed. I'm a bit confused. I'm really confused. Who plays Wrath and then something at sorcery speed? I get the feeling that this person hasn't used this deck very often. The only reason to do that would be if I was a blue deck and I could counter it, but I just do not have any interaction with this thing, so I don't know, just very strange. Massacre Worm. Okay, let's swing in. I mean, if they block, they lose their flash. What exactly is this 2 mana spell they've got? Is it something like Heroic Intervention? Could be. Each opponent discards. See, we've got so much removal. I'm tempted to just try and kill it here. Didn't expect him to block, to be honest. Yes, it was Heroic Intervention. Yep, let's Soul Shatter. Sure, and we still have mana open for killing the Joda. They put a lot of eggs in their basket for that play. I still don't really understand why they did that, because that would have been such a surprise. Imagine flashing this in and then using that 2 mana for the intervention. But because I knew this existed, I could see like that they had priority held. Okay, so luckily we have the mana open here. So I'm going to Vraska's Contempt the Coma. Nice. Okay, so they're going to discard 2 more cards in our upkeep. Wow. This is why I want to keep these ones alive. Wasn't so bothered about the Lord of the Hags there. I mean, if we wanted, we could even reanimate the Hourglass Coven with the Liliana. That would be interesting. Let's do it. Let's make it a secret commander deck for Hourglass Coven here.
Nothing is ever truly.
And we can go for, yeah, draining. Wow, and pay 2 life to go for our guys. Yeah, let's swing in. I mean, they're still hanging in there, so they might have something like Ruinous Ultimatum or River's Rebuke, because otherwise they probably would have quit by now, right? Interesting. Okay, well, I suppose they have honour in staying in the game. And if they swing in, that's a lot of damage actually. What is this? It's got no trample though. Let's just draw. We could even just... It's got Ward 2. So we can block, and the one we block with, we can just... What is this? Discard. Yeah, so let this one die again, because we can probably get it out of the graveyard again. So we'll sack it. And as I say, I'm not too bothered about the, whatchamacallit, the anthem effect it's giving our other hags. So they'll get a copy of it back, but now they discard their entire hand. So... interesting. Interesting. Not really sure how they're going to survive this, but...
oh, look what I found.
So we've got odds. Odds, and they've got evens. Right, let's do it. Evens. Even Stevens. And yeah, let's swing in. Down to 3. Let's go to the key to the archive. So they're going to need something immense here. I guess Putrefy is a good answer for their general. And then we can go for the Maze Mind turn as well. We draw a card. Thoughtseize, which is probably going to be a bit useless if they're just going to be able to play the whole hand. And I think that's GG. I'm not really sure what I can do for 1 mana here. But they have the honour of staying in. Staying in there. And we can even revive the Hag Lord again. Damn, that felt pretty good. We go first against Rizen. This is a brand new card from Alchemy. Just came out. And it gives creature cards in the graveyard perpetually artifact status, essentially. And you may cast at this turn. So it's like a black version of Emery. Seems pretty cool. So I've not actually seen... actually, I think I will pay. I've not actually seen anyone use this against me yet, so we're just going to have to kind of see how it unravels. We don't have any creatures for them to kill with this ability, so they might not get to recur this. We'll see. Also, we've got Exile effect, which we might want to use on things other than non-commander cards. Okay, so we've got the Blood for Bones. That's going to be good when we start to get zombies with the Liliana. And I'm actually happy to pass back here. We can react with our 2 removal spells that we have. Tiny Bones is probably a lot more threatening. Oh, Dread Presence. Okay. See what they do. I think I'm just going to eat the Dread Presence here, because that's got just long-term appeal for them. They can resurrect that over and over again. Okay, let's have a look. So if we go for Liliana, we've got nothing to revive, but we can start making blockers. And with Snowland, so this could kill the zombie, and they're swinging for 1. Yeah, let's go for this. Next time we can get the Demon Lord Bells unlocked.
I brought some mummified assistants. The dead.
Okay, and it might be useful to keep the zombie, because if we do lose one of our big creatures, we could get it back from Blood for Bones. Okay, Kite Self Reboot is going to make us exile a card underneath it. Weirdly, it's a bit of a number with Tiny Bones, though. It doesn't actually synergize, so they won't draw a card. Seems just like a mono black. Yeah, they've seen our mental hand and they thought they just can't deal with it. Cool. Oh jeez, I've got a newfound hatred for Davriel since the last time I played him on my channel. So many emblems, and it was impossible. Even I had an emblem out, and it was ridiculous. Thoughtseize. Oh, Reclamation. Okay, so it looks like they've got more of a creature style build then. Let's go for the Bloodfast. Reclamation would suggest less control-y build? Not 100% sure on that one. Oh god. So they're going to have Davriel here. Turn 2 Davriel. It's pretty... pretty rough.
Better to deal with me than with demons.
It's a shame we don't have a Dark Ritual. We could go for the turn 3 Liliana. Or Cosmos Elixir would probably be quite a lot better. Yeah, turn 2 Davriel, guys. Creatures get -1, creatures get +2. I mean, that's a bit weird. Let's use the bond to draw something. Okay, so we just need a swamp and we can exile the Davriel. Will they just go down here or tick up? Tick up. Okay, so they're not.
Don't bother me.
I think I would just tick down, to be honest. Let's get rid of him here. So they won't be able to cast him until turn 6, unless they've got more ramp. So essentially with these emblems, they could just get +1 power.
So sorry.
And we can't get rid of either of these. That's why it's so difficult to deal with. So we do have the Elders Reborn. They've got Cosmos Elixir as well. Interesting. I think we're going to have to Solemn first, because I just want to hit our lands every turn where possible. And having access to the Liliana next turn is nicer than not having that opportunity. 5, so they can't do Davriel this turn, but following turn. And also, Solemn has an added effect of... Well, it did have an effect of attacking in, but they probably will just block with the Blood Mage here. Feed the Swarm. Okay. I think that's cool. Cling to Dust. Yeah, let's go for Lily. Make a blocker, fill the graveyard a bit.
Apologies for the smell.
So sadly we have Lily in the graveyard, but we do have the Elders Reborn, so the Elders Reborn might be getting that back at some point. Of course they had the removal spell there. Damn, the Cosmos Elixir has just given him so much value. Okay, so it feels a bit unintuitive, but I will use the Elders Reborn here. They've got 2 targets anyway, and this would have been lovely versus Davriel, but I just don't have the time to wait. Plus, we have a Liliana in our graveyard that would just love to get. And we're swinging with both. And actually, I think in our end step we're going to use Cling to Dust on the return just to stop them from getting an extra zombie. Seems legit, and we get to draw a card as well. I'd like it to be a swamp, really. And there we go, we did get the swamp. Although they can just pay 2 to return stuff. So if that dies again, we'll have the Cemetery Desecrator. So that looks like they're really digging for something here, some kind of answer. Oh, they've just exiled our graveyard. Okay, that does suck. Yeah, I didn't even remember that was an ability that had. Okay. Okay, that's not good, is it? Because they can just recur this every single turn. Yeah, I'm not really sure how we're gonna. Okay, Grim 2 is good. So they just got a creature, that would be nice. How are we gonna deal with this reclamation? They don't have anything in the graveyard. We want to be able to resurrect something, don't we? Maybe we go for Liliana here? And then we'll mill 2. Hopefully get something. Okay, not sure why they're holding priority here. Maybe they have some kind of kill spell for the Solemn. So if they... Okay, let's say so if they kill Liliana, we get to revive her the following turn with the Elders Reborn. And if we mill something, we could revive that with the Elders Reborn. So there's a couple of tangents we can go on here.
I have conquered
Come on, just get a
death,
creature of
as I
anything
will
would be good.
conquer you.
Just something decent. Okay, no creatures, so
Think of
that
it
is a
as
shame. That is a shame.
partnership.
But yeah, we'll pass the turn. If they attack in with the Blood Mage, do we block? I think we do, because then the Solemn dies, and then we could revive that. But then we're forcing their hand to use the Reclamation, so
This was boring anyway.
that's interesting. So that says, okay, so we're just leaving the graveyard then. I'm not really sure why they did that there, when they know we have stage 3, but right, let's swing with both.
Why hire
If they block, we'll then
servants
just
when you
Bajouka
can
block them.
raise more?
Fantastic. So that's going to work out really well. This Reclamation turning out to be a really irritating card. Nice. So really powerful, just exiling a few cards there. Still no
Oh, look
creatures.
what I found.
So we can't revive anything good. Suppose we could just go for the Grim Suitor. And I think I'd like to see what's in the hand, to be honest. So we're going to get a Thoughtseize. This could be important for a few reasons. Just want to know what we're working with here. Cool, Lol's going away. That's actually saved me a lot of hassle, because that would have been 3 permanents to deal with. 1 Loth, 2 spiders, then they can keep drawing. They also can't get it back with the Reclamation, so I think we're in a really strong position here. It doesn't always feel good to tutor for a 1-drop, but in that case, I think that's done us a lot of good. Davriel's going to get another ultimate. I say ultimate,
No
emblem,
need
sorry.
to moralize to me. I just
Please let me draw 3, that's probably the strongest one.
My
And please let the
services
downside be an
are
actual
not
downside rather than... Like, it's quite insulting that the downsides are just... They're just pale in comparison to how powerful the upside is. I mean, if that's the point, then fair enough, but there needs to be balance with design, and I don't think Davriel meets it, because he creates uninteractable game objects, which is just... Oh, for God's sake, and he gets to draw 3. And yet another downside that doesn't really matter, because he doesn't have any creatures. So now he's going to have 2 kill spells to protect the Davriel here. Let's see if he does. So I'll swing Davriel with both, just in case he manages to kill one, then we would kill the only one attacking it. So yeah, we'll send 2 just in case. Eliminate there. Kind of no reason to do that.
I knew dueling was a waste.
Nothing is more
Sadly,
loyal than the
still no creatures in the graveyard. So I suppose we'll just go for the Cosmos Elixir here. Start gaining a bit of life. Another kill spell for a Planeswalker. Yeah, I think that's fine here. We need to find ways to keep killing Davriel, because if he gets the emblem that reduces his spell cost by 1 black, then it's going to make it so easy for them to recast. So key scary, because it gives them access to stuff they don't normally have. Stuff like counter spells and other things. Approach would be really annoying. And we don't really have a way to deal with artifacts, so... Do they have a way to deal with... Oh, that's gross. They're going to get to return that back to their hand.
What a
Damn, that's
waste
so
of
annoying.
my time.
They have the artifact and the enchantment, which means they can play get something back as well. The value they're getting, the random value, is so infuriating. They're drawing so many extra cards. I think we'll just swing in here because I don't want them to attack with a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Are you serious? Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. This always feels really unfair for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's just because... I don't know, last time I faced Davriel, it felt exactly the same way. It was like relentless. Time warp. There you go. There's the extra thing they're not meant to be doing. Okay, well, we're going to exile this before they get any cards or creatures. Damn, it's looking like exile effects here are going to be primal. Not primal, but just... that's the wrong word. But yeah, it's going to be really good because they're just recurring everything. And sadly, we now don't have a way to kill the Davriel because we just used that up. And as usual, their downsides aren't even affecting them in any way. Time warp and a mono black deck. Gross. Bastion, okay. And a Davriel.
Well, I'd say it's good to see another planeswalker, but it's
Here we go. They're probably going to draw
better
3
to
cards
deal
again,
with
aren't they?
me than with demons.
Seems to be the default here, where the opponent just gets every single thing their way. Or they'll return a card to their hand from the graveyard. I think this is definitely when Magic's at its worst, when there's no way out, you know, it's the inevitability which kind of stings the most. I was watching people play Modern yesterday, and Modern has changed so much. I don't know if anyone's ever played, but it's essentially all just, I would say, inevitability decks. So there's stuff like Escape Shift and mostly combo-y stuff. And if there is any aggro, then there's normally an element of hyper synergistic. Okay, they just got 2 cards. I think we'll kill this. So yeah, 'cause I want to be able to kill the Davriel, of course. And yet they draw another card. Oh, this is rough. So still we can't actually 6, 7, 8. We're 1 mana off Liliana again. Come on, give us something more special than lands. I think at this point in time, the Cosmos Elixir has given them, what, 4 or 5 cards? That's definitely keeping them in the game. When this dies, each player seeks an unland card. Sure. So, let's try and kill the Hive. They're going to use that. Sure, and then we can also kill the Mana Guardian as well. So many triggers going off. I have Vecna. I'd like a land, ideally. Do they have a way to protect this? That would be pretty irritating. Okay. Killing their land is probably quite good there. Sap Vitality, so we get to draw a card here as well. Ooh, Hourglass Coven, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, let's make them discard stuff. And the blood for bones is going to be so good. If they kill one of our hags, we can get the hags back, hopefully. Ooh, arena. If we get to resolve arena, that could really help here. Such a grinding game versus Davriel. Such a grinding game. Especially when they start getting the emblem that lets them draw, gain 2 life for each draw. That's when it starts to feel like impossible. Meat Hook Massacre. Damn. I mean, this was banned in standard, but damn, that's a 5-1. 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness. That is horrendous. They just drew basically 3 cards. As if they have all this stuff. I don't really get how that's even possible. Okay, fine. I'm going to go for the Cemetery Desecrator here. So we probably want to get rid of the creature, right? So exile the Mana Guardian and we'll give this -3. Jeez. It's crazy, man. Suppose land is fine, but we're going to be drawing 2. Yeah, the complement of the Cosmos Elixir with the arena is quite nice. So when this dies, we get the trigger again if they have any creatures. I mean, I don't really know how we're going to combat them. They've got so many triggers going off here. Life drain, life gain, return creatures, draw cards, extra mana. Torment. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't think we can survive, can we? We're going to have to do these one at a time as well. As if they had all this mana. So we can't discard anymore. Jeez. Well, this is pretty much a none game now, isn't it? Why does this feel so sad? It feels miserable. Yeah, there's nothing I can do now. We lost our entire field to the Torment there. Jeez. I mean, as if they didn't already have, what is it? 4 emblems, 5 pieces of synergy, and way more lands than us. They got rid of our card advantage ×2, our reanimation, our Planeswalker multiple times, yeah. That's crazy. Actually crazy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we still can't cast Liliana. Probably just concede. Yeah, we're gonna. So we lose 2 here. Is it me or just like every card they drew was the exact card they needed? Beautiful. Really must have been a challenge. Yeah, I'm a bit salty to be honest because it was never a game, was it? It was never a game. It just spiraled out of control from these. I'm going to say I think it was the draw 3 from this deal he made. Normally when you make a deal, you lose something in real life, like money, a limb, a family member. But yeah, not in this case. So we die if we use this because the Bastion of Remembrance kills us. So yeah. Sweet. We lose to our own card. Oh yeah, 2 triggers, of course. Fantastic. We get to go first against a clone build. So whenever they target their creature spells or abilities, they get a token of the permanent. Also any permanent they have as well. That's pretty crazy. Let's see what we're dealing with. Jeez. I guess Swan Song, because that can stop anything. And I think we're going to want to resolve these spells. Let's go for the Eye of Vecna first. I mean, at least we have the kill spells. So they've got a Muldrifter, which copying that would be brutal. Glimpse the Cosmos. Wow, okay, that's pretty good. So yeah, I think we'll pay here, because I can't see ourselves doing much else this turn. Yeah, we'll just go for the Bajuka Bug, I suppose. Get rid of that couple of annoying cards. Black Market Connections could be nice. That should push us further. Raise my toe. Okay, yeah, this is always a great card, and against blue, there's not too many ways for them to disrupt us with this. So if they go for Orvar, we've got so many ways to kill it. Well, we've got 2 ways. Although saying that, it's a changeling. So the power word kill does not actually affect them. So we have 1 way of killing it. Pilferer. They keep holding priority, and I think that's because of the march. Let's go for all 3 modes. Invoke Despair. Will that resolve? That's the question, isn't it? Let's have a look in the hand. With the Palaka Predation. I kind of want to ensure our spells can hit before committing to those. Yeah, Muldrifter. Sweet. So, Essence Flux. Guess we don't want to... we don't want to cast Lily yet, because they'll draw a card if we do. So, this is a good turn to Power Word Kill. This is actually a really good card, you know. Make it unblockable. Whenever it untaps, pay 2, draw a card. And then if someone casts a spell outside their hand, they draw a card. So many things going on there. Okay, so this can flicker the Orvar, but it's still a legend. So let's go for all 3 again. Risky, but Shieldred. Let's go for Shieldred. I don't think they can counter it for 1 blue. Not 1 blue. And then we can even swing in. This is very risky because we're on 9, but we have a Shieldred. So we've got no creatures to reanimate though. But in theory they should lose their Orvar here. We could cast the Hourglass Coven in our next turn, and even if this is countered, the Shieldred will be able to reanimate her in the following turn. So even against blue players, a Resolve Shieldred is awesome, because if they counter something, then it still gets a second chance of returning to the battlefield. I suppose the scariest thing we could face now is a mass board wipe of some kind, in which there are a few. Let's get a treasure. We have to be careful because we're only on 8. Okay. Do they have any... Sure, so something that gains us life now would be really good. Minus... Scrying, I suppose, is actually pretty good. Oh, there we go, a bit of life gain. Awesome. So if they kill any of our hags, somewhat unusually, we can actually return them. Also, the Hag Lord pumps the changelings, which is kind of crazy. Return the Shieldred. Yeah, I think that was the right choice. Although they don't have any creatures out yet. So... Wow, one blue mana to return a non-land permanent to Eternal Silence. Pretty good. So are they just dead? I think they are. They have to get rid of something here, right? I guess they could use the march. The march would keep them alive like a fog. But they are in danger. They're looking at a lot of our creatures, but I'm not sure. Oh, Brawl's expertise. Okay. How do they get this back? The Maze Mine Tome. I don't remember now. Okay, we're at 10. We should be fine. 9 damage going through. Although I think we just win, don't we? Because they invoke Despair. Yeah. And then we just swing in. Unless they've got a Pact of Negation. Yep. Sweet. Swing for 9. That was pretty convenient having that card, I have to say. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.